Flying as a passenger requiring assistance can be an absolute pain in the backside. This week we're trying out two of America's largest airlines to see what it's like travelling as a passenger with reduced mobility as we compare United Airlines and Frontier. Alright then, welcome to Houston Intergalactic Spaceport, and we're off on a bit of an adventure today. We are going to be finding out which is the best airline to fly with here in the US for passengers with reduced mobility like Rachel, and we're going to make it into a little bit of a challenge because you're going to go off on your own.
I am.
And I'm going to race you to the gate, and we've got two airlines to try today. The first one's United here at Houston, taking us up to Denver, and then we've got an even better one coming for the next leg. So this is where I say bye-bye, and I'll see you at the gate.
Aww.
See you at the gate.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah. Have a good trip. See how long it takes. It's 8:07 in the morning. Now, I know we've covered this on the channel before, but for anyone new, Rachel suffers from a condition called fibromyalgia. This makes it incredibly painful for her to walk any long distances, such as, for example, walking the length of Houston Airport. That's why whenever we travel, she needs to use the assistance services to be able to get to and from the gate. So I headed off to go through security, and within a few minutes I was airside and heading to the gate. Hello, good morning.
Eyes or fingerprints today?
Eyes, please. Alright, so it's 8:15. I've just got through TSA with PreCheck and clear. Rachel also has PreCheck and clear, but not quite sure how that's going to work with the assistance that she's getting. It looks like they're using these little cart things to get through the airport, but let's see how she fares with that. We're at C45 today, which is right down the bottom end of the terminal, so hopefully somewhere to grab a coffee along the way.
Back at check-in after a wait for a wheelchair, I'd eventually been picked up by a pusher, and we made our way, albeit slowly, to security. But despite having clear, we skipped the line for that and joined the regular pre-check line, which ended up taking quite a bit longer. Eventually I got to security, but by this point Noel was already getting to the gate.
At 8:19 AM I've made it to the gate, and Rachel's nowhere to be seen, so I'm guessing she's held up somewhere with the disability pushers. So I'm going to sit and chill. We're headed to Denver, Colorado today for the first leg of today's flight on United on a 737-900. So there is a coffee shop just up there, so I'm going to go and get a coffee for Rach so she's got it when she gets here, hopefully.
Meanwhile, I'd got through security and they transferred me to a golf buggy to take me to the gate. I eventually got to the gate about 10 minutes after 9.
Hey, you made it. You alright? You alright? Alright, you made it.
I did, eventually.
How was that?
It was okay. It was pretty smooth. Apart from asking me for my boarding pass, I was never spoken to again.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That's nice. Good service. It's 8:28 and I got here at 8:20, so yeah, it's about 10 minutes longer than me, actually.
So all these people that say it gets you through the airport quicker?
It doesn't, clearly. I was through much quicker than you. So yeah, but we're at the gate anyway. I'm going to go pick up these coffees. I've ordered a Starbucks, so I'm going to go and grab it. So let me go and grab a coffee. And then, oh, thank you. Coffee. You're sucking up to me now because you want coffee, aren't you? Right, I better go and get the coffee. All right, Rachel's gone off to the pre-boarding lane. I've joined the Group 1 line to board because the Group 1 today. So she will probably be on the plane before me now. And then I will go and join her on. But this is the line for the Group 1 today. It's huge. I'm queuing around the block. It's a popular route. This is between two of United's sort of big hubs, Houston and Denver, so it's a busy route. But we thought that would be a good one to show you because it shows you kind of the hub experience at both ends, really. So yeah, she's gone off. We'll go on board in a couple of minutes, I think.
But as I headed off to pre-board, it turned out no wheelchair pushers had turned up, meaning I had to hobble off down the jet bridge. Now, short distances like this I'm usually okay with. I just need a little bit more time. But for people with more severe disabilities, this is just one more area where they can be left waiting. As I got to my seat, Noel's group were just starting to board.
Alright, time to get on board leg 1. Rachel's already on, I think, so we'll see if she's nabbing a window seat. Morning. Thank you.
That's my issue.
Which one are you getting to?
No, I made it in the end. Right, I made it.
Finally.
You beat me and you even had my window seat.
Yeah. Well, they didn't give me a wheelchair, so, you know.
Really?
Oh, I had to
You've had to walk down. Okay.
They didn't even offer a wheelchair, so I had to walk
So you
down.
just hobbled down there.
Hobbled down.
Right, okay. And you alright?
I'm tired.
You will be. Well, we made it though in the end. We got the Starbucks in the end anyway. That was the important thing. That was ridiculous. It took like 20 minutes to get the coffee, and I pre-ordered as well. Shocking. Up your game, Starbucks. But we're on. We're off to Denver, in Colorado. Pretty soon everyone was on board, and it was time to get on our way over to Colorado. Our first leg today then took us out of Houston, crossing Texas and New Mexico before turning north and descending down into Denver. Flight time today was 2 hours 12 minutes, cruising at 34,000 feet. Alright then, so airborne from Houston, heading to Denver. How's the flight, Rich?
Good so far.
Good so far. This was your first pre-check experience, wasn't it, with TSA, by the way?
It was.
How was it?
So nice.
Not having to take your shoes off and everything?
Not having to take my shoes off, not having to take my belt off. Not having to empty out my bag. It was great.
Nice. That's good, isn't it? It's game changing. So we just bought some food on board because I wasn't going to hang around to wait for food at that Starbucks. Otherwise we really would have missed the flight. So you've gone for a tapas box, haven't you, Rach?
Yes.
And I've gone for the takeoff snack box. These are like $10 each. Let's not think about the cost, eh? $10 each for these. But I suppose we'd have paid like that in Starbucks one way. So yeah. There we go. And your Diet Coke. Awesome. Alright, so we've got Italian breadsticks, we've got almond salami slices, and a few other bits and pieces in here. Oh, you're throwing yours all over the place.
I know.
What have you got in your tapas box, Rich?
So, I've got what is pita chips or pita chips?
Pita.
Pita chips. Some other crackers and some gourmet cheese, some olives, almonds, and some chocolate.
Very nice. You looking forward to it?
I am, but I'm going to give you the olives.
And the cheese, presumably, because you're dairy intolerant. So, yes. And I might give you something out of here. I don't know. Oh, there's a Toblerone at the back. I never spotted that before. As we crossed into Colorado, it wasn't long before we started our descent down into Denver. Alright then, we've started our approach down into Denver, and you've let me out the window.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can see out the window now. Beautiful view over the mountains as we come into land in Denver. We should be on the ground soon, and then we can then sort of start the next flight on the next airline out of where are we going? Denver.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting this. It's too early in the morning still. So what we'll do then is we'll see who gets through to the baggage claim first over in Denver, and then we can go and check in for our next flight on another airline.
I bet it will be you, because I bet they're not going to have your wheelchair.
Well, who knows? You've been to Denver before? You've been to Denver before, haven't you? What was it like last time you came? You flew Delta last time, didn't you?
Yes, it took them a long time to get the wheelchairs there.
Well, let's see. We've got a nice long connection, so we'll see how it goes when we get down into Denver, Mile High City. Is that what they call it? And shortly after that, we were touching down on the ground in Denver, Colorado.
Welcome to Denver, Colorado, where the local time is 10:56 a.m.
We pulled into the gate on time into Denver, but unfortunately it seemed once again that there were no wheelchair pushers to meet the plane.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
Thanks a lot for the visit. Where's the wheelchair? Okay. There is none. Okay. Stay to the left, because I know there were some people with tight connections that are going to be running. So, alright, so made it off the plane. There is no assistance turned up. You alright? Yeah. Just mind that people are trying to get past, like these people past. Okay. Okay. Have a break.
Well, we're nearly there. We'll have to just hunt for it.
We eventually got to the top of the jet bridge where a pusher was just arriving.
Oh, there's a guy from here. I don't know if this is who we're after. That's you. There we go. You okay?
Thank you.
You managed that. Let me put this underneath. Oh, thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes, thank you.
You guys, do you have a next flight?
No, just to the exit, please. Yeah, thank you. We navigated our way through the crowds in the terminal to get the train to baggage claim. Unfortunately, it seemed the escalators down to the train were out of service on this side of the concourse today, meaning that rather than take the escalators across the concourse, people were crowding for the lifts on this side, and it took about 10 minutes for us to be able to get into one.
We eventually made it down to the train that took us to the baggage claim.
The doors are closing.
Hold on, please. All passengers, please exit.
Wonderful, thank you very much. And then we've made it to Denver.
We
It's a
have.
bit warmer than last time I was here. When I went to, what was it, Airlines, Nebraska or something, and it was like -10 or something here. But it's nice and warm today.
It is,
Very nice
but it's
change.
summer.
But it is the middle of summer, yes. I didn't know that Denver got warm. I just thought it was always snowing for some reason, like France or somewhere. Anyway, we are here. We've got through. What did you think to that then? That was a United Airlines experience.
So the United Airlines experience was that we met the wheelchair at the gate. So,
Yeah, he wasn't there waiting, was he? So that was a bit annoying. You had to stumble up there, and then people just walking in front of you, and that whole thing with the escalators.
Oh my goodness.
So because the escalators are out of order, everybody's trying to get the elevator, and that obviously means that people just barge in front of you.
Yes, that was frustrating.
That was quite frustrating. Anyway, and I decided to stick with you with that because I thought I couldn't really leave you on your own to go through there. So I'm going to leave you on your own in a minute though, because we've got another airline to try, and we are going to try one of the best airlines in the world now, Rach.
You facetious person, you.
We are about to fly on what has been ranked as, I think it's ranked as the worst or one of the worst airlines in America. We're about to fly on Frontier Airlines.
Yay!
The final frontier.
No, we're not going into space.
How many ears does Captain Spock have?
Captain Spock?
Yes.
Spock's not Captain, it's Captain Kirk.
Okay, anyway, how many ears does Captain Kirk have?
2.
3. His left ear, his right ear, and the final frontier.
Oh, good Lord.
All right then, Rach, are you ready for the final frontier?
No, I'm not.
So we're at the Frontier check-in desks. It is...
No, we're not. We're outside Frontier.
We're outside Frontier. It's 11:46 in the morning. The flight leaves at 2. So we've got 2 and a
2.25 hours.
2 and a quarter hours. That's it. Thank you, my mathematician friend here. 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's 11:46. So I will see you at the gates. I'm going to go inside. I'll meet you down at the gate. I think we're at the A gate, so we've not got far to go. But we'll see what time I get there and see what time you get there. Do you want a drink or anything ready for you when I get there?
I would love some water so I can take some painkillers.
I will get you some water so you can take some painkillers. Or I'll get them to stop off. So it gives me even more of a lead.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm going in. I'll see you at the gate, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye. So I headed off to security while Rach went off to the assistance desk. Denver was super busy today, so I was really hoping my TSA PreCheck would come in handy.
Meanwhile, I got to the assistance desk and for a pleasant change didn't even have to wait until a pusher came to take me through. I was also looking forward to going through PreCheck again, until it seemed my pusher had other plans.
If it helps, I am TSA free. Yeah, TSA PreCheck. Hopefully that helps. Sorry? Not, oh, okay.
With my pusher not allowing me to use PreCheck today, we joined the regular line, which was not the quickest.
We've finished taking pictures.
In the meantime, I'd flown straight through pre-check in a couple of minutes and was heading to the train. Alright, I am off the train at the A gates. It's now 12:06. We're going from gate A45, I think, today. Or 44, one of the two. So I'm going to head down to the gate, see if Rachel's beat me to it. And whether or she hasn't or not, I'm not sure, but we'll find out when we get down there, and then we're going to get something to drink.
But while Noel was already near the gate, I was still waiting to go through security.
Alright then, it's 12:07 and I'm at the gate. Rachel's not here, and the plane is not here either yet. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. About 15 minutes for me to get through, including going through TSA at Denver, which I have to say was something I was not looking forward to after my last few experiences here, but I've made it, and I've beat Rachel. I don't know where she is at the minute. I'm going to get her a bottle of water, and we'll see if she's going to be here anytime soon, I guess.
Meanwhile, I'd finally got through security and was heading through the airport to the gates.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
You made it.
Yeah, eventually.
How was that?
It wasn't too bad. But I had to take my shoes off. I had to take my laptop out.
Did they not take you through pre-check?
No, even though I told her I got pre-check. She said pre-check's messy, so took me to a normal lane.
It wasn't that messy for me. I was straight through.
Yeah, great. Rub it in.
Oh dear. Okay. Right. Okay. So you made it to the gate. I was waiting literally just over there, so on the other side of the gate. Right. So what are the things that you're finding different now between here and in the UK? 'Cause it's a bit different, isn't it?
It is. It is. In the UK, you have a third-party agent who is employed across the airport, and it's their responsibility to get you to and from the gate. Here, it seems that each airline has their own set of.
It would appear that
staff.
way. Yeah. The airlines take care of it here, which is good in a way because it kind of puts the responsibility onto the airline.
Yeah.
The good thing here, though, I've found, is that they bring you straight to the gate.
Yeah.
They don't leave you dumped in a holding area like they do in England or in Europe. In Europe or other parts of the world, they'll pick you up from the entrance if you're lucky, and then you'll get thrown. I mean, I'm thinking like to Leeds, Bradford, or Heathrow, or places like that. You get chucked in the corner of the airport somewhere, and you have to wait there then for like hours.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've had some drink now. You've had some painkillers.
I've not had the painkillers yet.
Or get them taken.
Yeah.
See if you make you feel a bit better. And then soon we should be getting on board. Though I think there is a bit of a delay, but never mind. But yeah, Frontier Airlines down to Phoenix, Arizona. And fairly soon after that, our plane arrived to take us down to Phoenix. All right, plane's here. So I'm going to go and line up in Zone 1, which seems to be most people, to be fair. So you're going to be on board before me again, I guess.
I have no idea.
We'll see. Or at least that had been the plan, but once again no assistance had turned up, so I took the driving seat and pushed Rach down to the plane. But as we waited, it soon became clear why there were no pushers, because an hour after the plane had arrived, they were still offloading the wheelchair passengers from the inbound flight who had been sat on board waiting since the plane pulled onto the stand. Did you just wait here? Dangerous, it is. Sorry. Whoops, it's alright. Okay, you got that.
Yeah, thank you.
You grab that one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, how you doing? Okay, sir. Hi there. Roller bags on the top, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Go in now. No, you're going to have to pull the cane forwards because otherwise it's not going to go in.
Fine.
Right.
Perfect. Thank you, sorry.
I'm so sorry. We're moving. We're moving.
Either way. Hi there, welcome aboard Frontier Airlines. Airbus A321 Neo. This is a brand new plane. It was only delivered 2 weeks ago, Rach.
It's got a sloth on the tail.
It's got a sloth on the tail.
Which our little one will love.
Anna loves sloths, doesn't she? She's mad on sloths. The leg room is actually pretty decent. It's similar to Look at you! Look at all that leg room. Hi there, thank you. Oh wow, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh wow. The pilot's just given us some of these. What's the pilot given us? Little badges, Frontier Airlines badges. Little pins. That's nice. He doesn't know who we were or anything. We were just chatting about planes, weren't we? And I think that's probably what he likes. So, yeah, so far, so good. Loving it. Apart from the fact that the assistants didn't turn up to take Rach down the jet bridge, but...
And you nearly broke my toes doing that.
I'm very sorry, I nearly broke your toes again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no assistance to get her on the plane. Although, to be fair, they were still offloading the previous wheelchair passengers about an hour after the plane had landed, so I kind of felt for them a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they'd been sitting around after the plane landed, and they were slowly just bringing them off. That's shocking, really. Not good, is it? But hey, we're on a brand new plane, a slothy plane.
Whoop.
Yeah, we'll be on our way to Phoenix very soon.
I'm excited.
Are you excited?
I am.
It wasn't long before everybody was on board and it was time to get on our way to Phoenix, Arizona. Our next leg then took us south out of Denver to cross the northwest corner of New Mexico and drop down into Arizona with a flight time of 1 hour and 31 minutes, cruising at 36,000 feet. Right then, so airborne from Denver on Frontier. What do you reckon to Frontier so far?
The staff are lovely. The plane is nice except for these seats do nothing for my ass.
They're a bit narrow, aren't they? A bit thin. It's a bit like sitting on an ironing board.
Yes.
But it's only an hour-long flight, this one.
Yes, but my back is hurting.
I did 4 hours on one of these once. Just saying, overnight, uphill both ways. St. Louis from Oakland, California. St. Louis. You're thinking of Huey Lewis and the News. Anyway, I did a ride of like 4 hours overnight on one of these bad boys once, and I did get to lay down across the seats, which wasn't too bad. But yeah, they're not designed with comfort in mind. Although the legroom is pretty decent, I'm quite happy with that. We continued south, and Rachel had a look through the in-flight menu, which looked very rude indeed. But before too long, it was time to start our descent down into Phoenix. Nearly there, Ducky.
Nearly.
Nearly. How are you feeling?
Tired and hungry.
Hungry?
Yeah.
No, that's hungry and angry.
No, it's hungry and angry.
It's what?
Hungry and angry.
That's what I said, hungry and angry.
You said hungry.
Hungry. Hungry and angry. Why are you angry?
Because I'm tired and in pain and I'm hungry. So it makes me angry. A hungry, tired, in pain rage is a grumpy rage.
Yeah, okay. I've got to watch my back then, haven't I? Watch my step.
No, you just need to get some proper food into me when we land.
Yeah, I will be sure to do that.
Pretty soon we were smashing down onto the runway and starting to wonder whether the assistance here would be any better than over in Denver.
On behalf of Frontier Airlines and your flight crew, welcome to Phoenix. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we're parked at the gate and the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off.
in something of a surprise, there was actually a wheelchair to meet us off the plane, for a short time at least. Oh, we're just going to let these people off. We stand here.
It turned out there was only one pusher available, and with other passengers waiting for assistance too, we decided that Noel would push me through the airport to free them up and to stop other people waiting quite as long.
Turn me around and do it backwards. Yeah, thank you.
So with me almost breaking Rachel's toes in the wheelchair, we headed through the airport onto the train, which took us over to the rental counter to pick up our ride to the hotel. Alright, we have left Phoenix Airport, Rach. What we in, what we're driving. So what's driving us?
A car that you've wanted to drive for a while.
Oh yes, Tesla, baby. Tesla, electric Muskmobile. Yeah, it's quite nice. So this is a Model Y, as in why would you get this over a pickup truck? But that's what it is anyway, and it's all right. It's driving itself. I'm just having to keep my hands resting gently on the wheel, fondling it as it drives us to the
It's
other.
the only thing you're going to bloody fondle.
No, as it whisks us quietly and energy efficiently to our hotel on the other side of Phoenix. What did you think to Frontier?
The seats are very thin, meaning that my back is crippling me. The staff are okay. The flight, although it was delayed, it wasn't really their fault because it was delayed an hour inbound.
Yeah.
They got me off the plane on a wheelchair, so unfortunately neither United nor Frontier have given me a very good experience.
Well, neither
today.
one of them have taken you from plane to plane, have they? Or from
No.
gate to plane, plane to
No.
gate, whatever. Neither one
No.
of them have managed that. Anyway, let's continue to our hotel. All right, welcome to Phoenix. This is the Marriott Canyon Villas, which is a bit like a holiday resort, isn't it? A bit like Pontins or something. I think Pontins, but like slightly more expensive and hotter. It's not bad. We've got a bed and a settee and a balcony where we can see if I can open. Oh God, they've locked us in, Rach. They have locked us in big time. Oh crap! I don't know what I've done with that. Anyway, that's our view out over beautiful Arizona, green and lush as it is. That's quite nice, isn't it? See the old mountains over there and stuff. A few sand pits over there and beaches and stuff.
That's a golf course.
Golf course. Yeah, anyway, well, here we go. Here we are in Arizona. What did you think to these airlines today?
I think they could both do much better.
Yeah.
But please let us know what you think down in the comments below.
Oh, well done. We'll make a YouTuber of you yet, Rach. Just speaking of which, shall Rach start her own channel talking about all things disability? Disability travel, we should say. You've been having a bit of a go today, haven't you? You'll
Let's
show people what it's like.
Change the world of travelling with hidden disabilities.
Well, that's a very good message. You speak far more powerful things than I ever do on this channel. I just fly on planes and talk crap, but there we go. And in the meantime, I'll let you do the sign off there, seeing as though you're so good.
Take care, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Don't do that, people moan. Bye for now.